Today I'm going to be talking about the life of Julius Caesar, not later in his life, but when he was rising to power. So let's begin. So, it's around 60 BC, okay? Julius Caesar, he's already pretty prominent. He was born as like a noble family, you know? Hope you enjoyed that video. Hope you got something out of it that you haven't heard before. As I've said before, if you want to, I'm not going to ask you to get the entire Roman Senate to assassinate that like button. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe. Just I hope you enjoyed it. I'm trying to give you information, and I'm not trying to do this for my own personal gain, you know. So yeah, thanks. His family is already pretty big in the political spectrum. He's like the rich boy, you know. Except he's not a boy. Around 60 BC, he's like 40 something years old. So Julius Gaius Caesar, or if you're a true Roman and speak Latin, Julius Gaius Caesar, was born to patricians. You know, and before he was 40, he had been working his way up the ranks. He started for the bottom, now we're here. Am I relating to the youth yet? Am I? No? Okay. So around this time, he's like, hey, I got a good idea. Let's start this group where I can keep my power and get even more. So he hits up Crassus. Crassus, one of the richest men, to be the richest man in Roman history. Yo, want to join my triumvirate? Yeah. Then he hits up Pompey. Pompey, you want to join my triumvirate too? He's a prominent military figure. He's like, yeah, sure, I'll join. Now, this wasn't an official government group. It was just an alliance pretty much between the three so they can keep their power in the Senate and in Rome. So even though Caesar was a rich boy, he wanted to help out the poor, while others like the conservatives just wanted to help the aristocracy so they can keep the power. So with this triumvirate and with this trio, they're able to put Caesar into power in 59 BC as consul. Now in Rome there were two consuls kind of to keep each other in check, but I'm not even going to mention the other one because Caesar overshadowed him, dominated. And he was able to put all of his populist reforms in there. And that pretty much is, a populist is what he was to help the poor and stuff like that. So after his one-year term, because it was only one-year terms, he gets pretty much what you call military governorship of northern Italy and southern France. Now, these territories bordered Gaul, pretty much. And he was like, boy, I'm going to go, and I'm going to use this to push into Gaul and conquer. Let's go. Now, it wasn't like a big nation. It was a ton of tribes, like 300 of them. And they fought pretty well, but they were scattered everywhere, not together. Now, he keeps pushing, and then a war starts. But I'm not trying to talk about that part of history. I'm trying to talk about something else. So I'm just going to skip to the point. He wins victoriously. So Crassus, remember, the rich dude, the Bill Gates of Rome, he was over in the east fighting the Parthians, and he dies. And after this happens, it splits this trio up, this first triumvirate, and Pompey straight up just betrays Caesar. So, Pompey, he pretty much switches from populist to conservative. And that's like, messed up. And he's his enemy now. That's like if Joe Biden ditched Obama and became a Republican and started fighting against him. Like, it's just kind of messed up, you know? So, back in Rome, the Senate's like, okay, well, this guy's starting to worry me because they're mostly conservatives and he's a populist with all these populist ideals. So they're worried when he comes back he's going to have too much power. So around 50 BC, they say, come back, disband your military, get rid of your governorship, and come back to Rome real quick. And he's thinking, I just, conquered all of Gaul, man, and they want me to do this? And he's like, what are they going to do if I don't take my army with me? So he's thinking, do I take it? Do I not take it? He takes it, and he brings it to Rome. We're getting close. So this is when he crosses the Rubicon so he can get to Rome. And at this point, there's no going back. And it was illegal for these military governors to take their legions out of the territory they ran. And it's not just any territory, this is Italy. And it's not just any city in Italy, they're going to Rome. So this is like, oh, you're not supposed to be doing this, Julius. But he does it. So they tell Pompey, hey man, you gotta deal with your old buddy, your old pal over there. Now, he doesn't know Julius has only 400 to 500 men. He's thinking, this guy definitely has something planned. So he tells the Senate, I might just go east just in case we need to come back and conquer Rome again. You know, just in case. And the Senate starts getting kind of worried. They're like, maybe we should go with you, just in case. Just as a precaution, you know? And it's 49 BC, and Caesar just walks in a room, takes it. The Senate's not even there. And that's it, but I can go into a little bit to explain what happens with Pompey, so give me a second. So really quickly, I'm skipping over a lot of stuff here. Caesar pretty much declares war against Pompey and his forces. He attacks, he chases him down, he stops trying to kill him, and eventually Pompey gets scared and flees to Egypt, hoping the king will help him. Caesar's over here trying to find Pompey and kill him, and turns out he's assassinated by one of the king's guards.